Hey guys, I think we're live. So, today I'm going to talk about two of my favourite things, protein and clenched buttocks. Now, let's cover protein first of all, yeah? So protein, when you get older, when you get to grandma and granddad sort of ages, I would say over about 55, especially menopausal women need to start thinking about increasing their intake in good nutrients all round. The thing with protein is after a certain age, our bodies can no longer synthesize it. So we have to take it in via proper protein sources. So really, especially if you're doing a lot of exercise and working out like I do, you need to up your protein from upwards of 70 grams a day. The younger people can get away with 50 because their bodies can synthesize it, you see. I mean, you don't need to be technical about this, but what my recommend is that you split your 70 minimum grams, and that's for a woman of my height. I'm 5'6", so the taller you are, the more you're going to need. So it's not an exact, well, it is an exact science, but it really just, don't get bogged down with the math of it all, because that's when people, they get bored of it and they get tired. But what I will say is, you don't want to have 70 grams of protein in one meal and then nothing for the rest of the day. You want to split it if you can to 3 or 4 times a day. So I think what's really good about high protein breakfasts is that they're already quite elderly, because if you think about it, a high protein breakfast is quite an old fashioned breakfast, egg and bacon for example, and we need fat as well, so don't be getting rid of all fat. But egg and bacon, my mum likes black pudding, goodness. And all of these other things are loaded with protein. So a breakfast of kippers on toast, for example. Yum yum, my mouth's watering already. So breakfast high protein is quite a good idea. Of course, if you have milk and cereal, that's also quite high in protein. But maybe look for a high protein cereal instead. But then you could have a bit of a brunch if you wanted, but look for some, perhaps a high protein bar. You can get those, in Boots and other stores. You get them online. I know Aldi actually do a really yummy birthday cake high protein bar. It's fabulous, darlings, fabulous. And then lunch, beans on toast, for example. And then supper, perhaps some chicken. Go for some chicken with some lean meat. And that way you've split it up during the day and your body can cope with it much better. It's wasted really if you do it all in one fell swoop in one meal. Okay, now let's talk about clenching buttocks. So you may have noticed that I have my mat flat out, and that means we're going to do something on the floor, which is, as you know, as soon as I lie down, I can't really see what I'm doing. So I'm sort of talking blind a bit, but hopefully you'll be able to hear me. Now, I was on the train the other day from Brighton to where I live, and I met a lady on the train, medium age. She was a mum. She was talking about her kids and things. Anyway, she'd been doing quite serious sort of weight training, army weight training, which doesn't really appeal to me at all. I'm far too delicate for that sort of thing. They'd make me cry for a start, very sensitive. But also, I want to enjoy my keep fit, and I want to enjoy my glamour and everything. I don't want to suffer for my art, as it were. Anyway, she did tell me this wonderful exercise, and I'm going to pass it on to you because I actually really like it, and I've been doing it on my bed. You can use a stool. This is one of my music stools, but you could use the sofa or the bed. The bed's about that high, so that would work. And what we're going to do is we're going to put our legs over it. Now, you can put your feet over it only, or come further down, as long as it's below the knee. And you can sort of experiment, if you like, to work out which is most comfortable for you. Because this is quite a difficult position. So I've got my cushion, my granny cushion, because I don't want to hurt my neck. So we're going to, can you see all right? I think you can. So just make sure you're nice and comfy, like so. And then we're going to pop our legs up here. Now, I'm going to pop my I'm going to come down a little. There we go. I think you can see me. I do hope so. So we're nice and comfy. Got our knees together and our feet together. Yeah, you can see everything? I think so. Let's take a couple of breaths, really. Because this is quite taxing, what I'm going to do. Now, what I want you to do is lift up, and as you get here, clench the buttocks and hold it for as long as you can, and then come down again and relax. And now up, clench. The importance of clenching the glutes can't be overemphasized. It's the clenching that's going to beautify your buttocks. And down. Now, I do about 20 of these before I go to bed. I find it really nice to sort of let go of all the trials and tribulations of the day. Now, you can speed them up, but don't forget to clench. Now, what happens when you do them faster? I'm clenching my whole thigh, and I'm really feeling that. Really feeling it. It's lovely. It's exhilarating, actually. So, see how many you can do. Obviously, don't push yourselves. We don't want any accidents or anything. Ooh, that's quite a feat, I think. Feet, get it? Anyway, we don't want to hurt ourselves or anything else like that. So do these exercises slowly. Your body may be recovering from its life. And life hasn't been kind to most of us. We've had accidents. We've had trauma, drama, strife, trouble and strife. Some of us are recovering emotionally. Perhaps we've had a while where we've been really low. Perhaps we've lost somebody. So you need to start doing these things slowly, really slowly, and just do what makes you feel really, really comfortable. And gradually, you can sort of build things up a bit. So I hope that was helpful. And I will be back probably tomorrow.